To the Pop Culture Hour, episode 25. I'm your host for the evening, Mike Pappas. And with me today, my right-hand man, Santa Clarita, Darth Pizza, No Fire in the Heater, the man himself, Bill Beck. Bill, what's up, brother?
That's me. You forgot to say yo.
That's Mr. Johnny Grasso's
Oh,
trademark.
okay. I just didn't know the show was starting because I didn't hear yo.
Yeah, it's, that's a Johnny thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
I could do it, but then it's like, and then if I just do my Pappas thing, like, yo, what up, like I usually do, and I'm making fun of myself, then I don't think it would be, I don't know, as cool.
Maybe not. Maybe not as cool.
The new thing now to be cool is to try to not be cool. That's what the kids tell me.
Oh, then I'm perfect.
I know, right? Anyway, what's going on? How are you?
Pretty good. Just finished work.
How is your work? Is busy, I bet.
Non-stop. I get on my computer at 9 a.m. and I don't stop till 6.
So I mean, we can't really disclose what it is, but Bill is a producer / editor on a reality show that drives him bonkers.
I can say what it is. It's called Ghost Hunters. It's a show that's basically been on for, this will be its 13th season.
I thought it was Ghost Adventures.
Nope. Ghost Hunters. There's been two different other incarnations. There's by the same name, Ghost Hunters, on a different network, and then on another network, it was Ghost Nation for a couple years there. And I worked on that show too.
That's what I remember, Ghost Nation. Here's my issue with these shows. Like I stay there for a half hour or an hour, whatever the case, and like I never see a fucking ghost,
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes you hear banging, maybe it's like a hobo in the back or like a guy in the attic closes the door because they need some type of, but like I wait to like see some type of apparition or some type of ectoplasmic experience that these people find, and I never get any of that stuff.
Yeah, the closest I've ever seen to that actually on the show would be on the old Ghost Hunters, when you see what looks like a ghost going across the screen on a baby monitor. And that was actually pretty cool looking. But I'm not going to say whether ghosts are real or not, but I can tell you for sure that the guys on the show definitely think that everything is real and everything on the show is authentic to them. So.
And they have like proton packs and like ghost traps?
They don't have proton packs. They should probably get some. Maybe they're expensive.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would you do this without a proton pack?
I would do it with a proton pack. When I interviewed for this season, I told them I had a proton pack. So I think that's why they hired me.
Do you think that like the proton pack is fueled by like the same, I don't know, stuff as a proton torpedo?
And the in Ghostbusters, the first one, they say they have a nuclear accelerator on their back, so it's nuclear powered. Nuclear.
Do you think that like an X-Wing's proton torpedo is nuclear?
I don't know. I mean, it has to do with protons, but I don't know if it's actually nuclear or not. Nuclear. Yeah. So I always say that one wrong. I always say nuclear.
I failed chemistry, but I remember protons being pretty cool for whatever reason. Probably because of Star Wars.
Protons, electrons, neutrons. Yeah, I think so.
Jimmy Neutron?
Johnny Neutron. Jimmy Neutron.
Neutron doesn't sound as cool as proton.
Neutron pack.
Yeah, you don't want a neutron pack. It's like you don't do anything. You sit in neutral. It's like doesn't go anywhere. Proton pack is like you're being pro about it. You know what I'm saying?
You're being proactive. You're going forward.
You're taunting it professionally.
Yes.
Everybody wants to taunt professionally today.
Tauntaun.
Yeah. How do I sound, by the way? I'm not using headphones. I have
sound fine to me.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I don't sound completely like horse shit on people's headphones, but I had this whole debacle down here with with the electric, and shit wasn't working. TV got fucked up, and then I had the headphones upstairs because I was troubleshooting something else that needed to test a headphone jack. Yes, I use headphones with an auxiliary cable. Why do I do that? Because I'm fucking old school and I like it.
If he sounds like shit, send us an email.
Nobody's gonna send us an email.
No, probably not.
Doesn't matter. So just to catch up, it's been about over a month. Summertime, summer schedule. We're all really busy. You're busy. Emily's traveling, and when she has her free time, she's on Canto and she's doing other stuff. And Johnny's
going to weddings like every other week.
I don't know. He's wearing fucking Rodney Dangerfield golf club, country club outfits, going to weddings.
I loved it. I loved it
with his pearly whites and his comb parted, beautiful golden hair. And he doesn't have time for me or you.
He's a busy guy. He's moving and shaking.
I feel like like on Sirius XM, like channel 100 is like Stern, and then there's like 101 is like the sideshow.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I feel like we're on channel 101.
Oh yeah, 101, Scumbag and Villainy.
Yeah, S&V 101, Sirius XM. Hit it now. Lock it in. Preset number 1.
Number 101.
Number 101. So what's going on in California? I don't watch news. Anything cool?
Nothing. It's too fucking hot.
It's hot here too, bro.
That's pretty much it. I stay inside as much as I possibly can. It's up there in like it's in triple digits pretty much every day. It's awful.
Is that like normal for you guys?
In the summer, it can be, yeah.
Yeah,
California summers are awful. At least we don't have humidity. That would make it worse.
Yeah, we get crushed with that. Like it's been pretty brutal here. Actually, the 4th wasn't too bad. Actually, it was kind of cool in the 4th, but other than that, it's been brutal. Like I think 2 Wednesdays ago, it hit 97 with like 98% humidity.
Yeah, anytime I head back east for any reason, since I've lived in California all these many years, I'm just sweating constantly if I go in the summer.
Yeah, it's
awful.
I literally change my underwear every 3 hours. On the record. Yeah,
that's impressive.
I want to be comfortable, Yeah. Get some ball sweat going. You got to get the talc out,
Well, you're working from home, so you have plenty of underwear to choose from. You don't have to like reach into your underwear bag at work.
Right. I don't go. I work from home. I don't have anywhere to go. But like I go for walks with the dog, go grocery shopping. I try to get some exercise, get out of the house, and it's just been it's been brutal. So we haven't really done an episode in a while. There's a ton of news out there.
People probably thought you guys quit.
Yeah, no, we didn't quit. It's just, it happens. It happens. Obviously, we do this because we love it, for no other reason than just a hobby and a passion. Like there's no ulterior motives behind this.
If it feels like work, you're not doing it right.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we always said. I mean, you and I haven't put out a Scum and Villainy in fucking 5 months. But it's not like we even have a big watcher base at all. We have none. But, it's just we got busy. Shit happens,
Oh, yeah.
Johnny's super busy. His boys are playing baseball. He's got their games. He's probably, if I know him, he's probably on his own team or getting back on his own team or coaching or and yeah, it is wedding season, I guess, right? Is that a thing?
Oh yeah, love is in the air.
Yeah. A lot of love. Jackson has been driving me fucking nuts. Can you stop, please?
Jackson loves love.
Do you want a bath? That works, by the way. Do you want to I'll put you in the bathtub right now. I'm not kidding.
It worked.
Well, the cat in the backyard probably ran away, but sometimes it works if you can hear me. Yeah, so what our episode was about June 4th. A lot of news out. A lot of TV streaming, Netflix stuff, Amazon stuff. There's a new Marvel movie out, Bill.
Oh yeah, Black Widow.
It's in the theater.
Oh yeah, it's big time in the theater. It's got like 80 million tickets purchased or $80 million or something, right?
I think Black Widow first weekend did 80 million domestic, and I don't know if that includes what was it, like 30 million they did from Disney Plus Premier Access, which Premier Access, basically, if you guys don't know, it's when the new movies come out to theaters, Disney Plus will put them on the app and you can basically own them in your Disney subscription, your Disney Plus subscription, for an additional $29.99.
Yeah, it's like $30.
$29.99.
And it's completely worth it if you're like bringing like 2 kids and a wife to the theater with you, because that's going to cost you a lot more at the theater than it is to pay for it on your own TV.
Right. Well, didn't you guys? So Bill, you got 2 kids and a wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got the full Happy Meal.
Oh yeah.
You went to see, what'd you guys see? Cruella? You saw in the theater?
We saw Cruella. We've seen a couple other movies since then too, and I can't think of them right now.
I think you saw Peter Rabbit.
Oh yeah, we saw Peter Rabbit. We see pretty much kid movies because we got to
Yeah.
bring the kids with us. So
Must have felt so nice going back to the theater.
it is nice going back to the theater. It's nice. I mean, you got to wear a mask when you're not eating popcorn, but that's fine. I can deal with that.
Have they like checked the aisles though? Like, are you keeping that
No,
mask?
they don't. They don't check. There's tons of people without masks on, so you just sit away from people, and you're probably fine. They
Right.
got good ventilation in those theaters.
Yeah, and Jenny and I went. What the hell did we go? Oh, we saw A Quiet Place 2,
How was that?
which was really good.
I heard it's good.
Yeah, it was really. It was. I think the first one is much better, but I enjoyed the second one very much so, and it keeps it open for a third in a very good way. I don't know how else to put that. Like I was content and fulfilled with what I watched for an hour and a half, and they left. Obviously, there's a cliffhanger at the end for a potential third movie, or I think they already kind of got the green light to do the third one. And like I was
very
like, all right,
popular.
like when you watch shit and you're left with a cliffhanger and you never know when that sequel's coming, and you're just like, fuck.
What sucks even worse is when you get left with a cliffhanger and then like the show gets canceled or something, you know?
What did that happen to? Something you were upset about?
I don't know. I was pretty upset. Oh, God, what was it?
Was it Jupiter
Oh,
Ascending?
Jupiter Ascending. Yeah, that pissed me off. I like
Yeah,
that show. And
Yeah.
and basically the first season is a setup for the second season, and now we're not getting a second season.
Yeah, it's horrible. And you spend 10 hours of your life binge watching a Netflix show, and then they leave you on a cliffhanger. You're like, fine. And then they're like, no, sorry, never. Good day, sir.
I say if you're starting a show, at least commit to an ending. Like if you're going to cancel it, have your writers write a decent ending for it and end the show. Don't just cancel it. It makes me not want to watch shows unless there's several seasons in the can.
Right. Right. And these two things happen quite often, way more often than they should, and it pisses me off. One happens where in the scenario of Jupiter Ascending, where they leave it open for, and it's basically the last episode of the first season is basically to onboard you for the second season. Like,
and I was on board. I was excited.
Yeah. And then it get canceled, you get fucked, right? That happens. The other thing that happens is they leave it open, they leave a story open-ended. They don't know, and they don't have a plan, right? They don't have a plan where this is going. Like, I don't care if you're Damon Lindelof and whatever the other Lost guy is, or wait, that was Game of Thrones. You're the Lost guys, you're the Game of Thrones guys who don't know what is in George R.R. Martin's mind. You're J.J. Abrams. And like there's so many of these shows, they didn't know they were gonna have to do this shit for 5, 6, 7, 8 seasons. And they never have where they don't know where it's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get shit like, for me personally, the end of Lost, which was disappointing to me. The end of Game of Thrones, completely disappointing. And there's all types of conversations we can have, whether they knew the ending from George R.R. Martin, whether that's going to be the real ending in that book. And then there's other shit too that I watched. What the hell was that called? I don't know off the top of my head right now. It's been a long day, but I'll probably
Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonder, what, the movie?
I don't know. I was just trying to guess what you're going to say.
Yeah, no, there was another show I watched recently. I think it was on Amazon Prime, and like they didn't know they were going to do more seasons, and then they're like, "Yeah, fuck it, we'll do it." And then and then it just sucked. Like they jumped a shark first episode of the second season because they didn't know they were getting a second season. It was like, this is nothing. Anyway, whatever. Those two things happen way more often than they should. And now you got JJ coming out. What was it, last month or 2 months ago, saying like, you need a destination. You have to have that destination set. Like if you're gonna do this, if you're gonna activate something like Star Wars,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna open up a new era, or if you're gonna go forward with the main storyline, like you need to know where the fuck that thing is going. Because if you don't, it's gonna be a runaway train without a track, and it's gonna have like 5 rockets on the back, and it's just gonna shoot around and fly around the fucking room, and no one is gonna know how to catch it or what to do with it, stomp on it or blow it up. And I'm not getting into sequel trilogy nonsense right now, but what I'm saying is, hopefully, a lot of these studios specifically that just want to make money on the franchises, they learn their lessons and they're going to put plans in place. I got a problem right now with Transformers like that. You know, they told me 4 years ago, when The Last Night was a piece of shit, and it was supposed to be Bay's last movie, that no, now we're going to do a full reboot. We're going to go back to the origins on Cybertron. I was promised all that. It could be rumor, speculation. A lot of it supposedly was coming out of a source at Paramount and Hasbro, and that they were going to have a story group like Lucasfilm has. Speak of the devil. And they're going to start over, and we're going to have a plan in place for the next decade. 5 years later, what do we get? We got a prequel to the Michael Bay movies in the 80s, which kind of felt just like a safe movie to make because they were kind of unsure on what else to do. That's kind of how I took that. And then now we're getting this other movie called Rise of the Beast, which is probably going to be, it's in the 90s, so it's another prequel to the Bay movies. And basically, they never did what they were going to say they were going to do.
That's like those gorilla Transformers and animal Transformers, right? Beast Wars.
Yeah, so after the Generation 1 Transformers in the 80s, from the cartoon that you and I watched as little bastards, in the 90s, like the next kids, I guess 6 through 12-year-olds, they kind of watch Beast Wars in the 90s. And Beast Wars actually, they do connect this. There is some type of continuity. I think Beast Wars is actually in is it a prequel? No, it's in the future. It's in the future where humans are no longer on Earth or something. And Rich or any other big Transformers fan, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm a diehard Transformers fan, but I'm a G1 guy. Like I didn't like Beast Wars. I hated that they got away from like the cars and the planes. But long story short, they're turning the Transformers into animals again.
Yeah, they're called Autobots. They're supposed to be like, automobile.
Yeah.
Transformers. I guess they got Beast Bots. I don't know. I don't know anything about Transformers.
Anyway, it's unfortunate that nobody can do Marvel like Marvel. Or do their franchises like, you know what I mean? Do their franchises like Marvel. Because they got it so right for a long time now.
Oh, I just rewatched all the Marvel movies. Oh, my God.
I know. What was your favorite, you think, now that you did a rewatch?
Probably not Endgame. What's the one right before that? Infinity War, probably. But really? I really enjoyed watching Guardians of the Galaxy. I watched again recently, and that was a lot of fun, as was Thor Ragnarok. Those two are probably my favorites besides Infinity War.
I love Ragnarok.
I like Endgame a lot too, and I know other people don't think it's as good as Infinity War, but I think it's pretty much up there.
Yeah, no, Endgame that's the cream of the crop, man. It's fantastic. And Ragnarok, I think I like Ragnarok a little better than Infinity War, only because the humor in it. It's got that Taika Waititi.
Oh my God, yeah.
Signature all over it. I love it.
He's doing the next movie too, the Love and Thunder, right?
Yeah, so he actually some of my news notes, which I don't even know if I have news notes. I have something scribbled on my phone, but
I think he said this is his most insane stuff yet or something.
I love that. That's like a Johnny Knoxville quote for a Jackass movie, and he's saying it for a fucking blockbuster Marvel film with Thor. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it gets super wacky, just like Taika does, and I hope it's just like, I hope he just pushes it like way above he normally would. I think he said he did. He's like, I pushed this way above my normal insanity levels or something.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much just read the headline.
I think that's coming out next. Is that next spring?
I have no idea.
It's got to. It's 2022. Yeah. The pop culture album.
Seems like everything's coming out 2022 these days.
I hear everything. Oh, 2022, 2022. I feel like next year we're just going to get bombarded with content.
Yeah.
It's going to be nuts. I really did have like notes though. Like I really did have like an order of things we were going to discuss, but I'm kind of all over the place and I'm having fun, so I really don't give a shit.
Okay.
Yeah. What's on your mind? What do you want to talk about?
God, I mean, what is there to talk about? You wanted to talk about uh, what is that TV show called? You had me watch
I had you watch. Yeah, that's actually at the top of
about
my
the
list.
zombies.
I had you watch Black Summer on
Oh yeah,
Netflix. And Black Summer came out 3 years ago. I think it was summer of 2019, season one on Netflix. And I think it's underrated. I don't hear a lot of people talk about it.
I think it was very well done for what it is, and it just almost gave me a heart attack every goddamn episode. It's like nonstop insanity. Like there's instead of having the light-hearted moments in between the getting chased by zombies, it's like just getting chased by zombies the entire time. Getting chased by zombies and other like killer human beings.
Well, they managed to put character development in there, though.
There's some in the second season. I thought there's some stuff that would let it breathe a little.
I mean, well, there was that diner episode in the first one where you get a lot of downtime until like that insane climax at the end of the episode. You remember that where they're kind of stuck in that like
I
old.
probably remember.
Yeah, you probably remember.
I just had to take 15 Xanax while I was watching it. My God. I didn't really take Xanax, guys, just so you know. But I should have.
No, it's good. It's what is that actress's name? The protagonist, the blonde.
I have no idea.
Yeah, we're great at this.
She got to finally take a shower in the second season. She probably stunk real bad.
She probably stunk so bad.
Yeah, everybody on the show stinks. I don't see them with toothbrushes.
I feel like a shower in a zombie apocalypse is like priceless.
And the daughter didn't take a shower.
Her daughter didn't take a shower because her daughter wouldn't close her eyes or sleep or take a shower. She was just on watch because
she probably just likes being stinky.
It's possible.
You smell good, you can't keep the zombies away.
Maybe she was trying to smell like the zombies.
She probably did. By that point, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so Black Summer season 1 was 2019. Season 2 just came out, and Jenny and I were all over it because it was one of our fun summer shows that we watched a few years back. We were excited that season 2 came back. We watched it. This show, as Bill said, keeps you on the edge of your seat. It's got that motion camera where like the director's kind of following the assistant director's like following the freaking people running around. It's got that shaky camera stuff.
Single cam, yeah.
Yeah, and like I think there may be a little too much of that for me, but I still enjoy the show. Like it's not worth me complaining too much over because I definitely love it. The show overall. And the zombies are fast, dude.
Oh my God, they're fast and they're scary, man. Real scary.
Yeah,
and the humans are constantly hyperventilating, nonstop, all the entire time, and it makes me feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Well, because they're constantly like they don't stop running. I think they feel like they're constantly moving throughout the whole 50-minute episode.
Yeah, I'm always waiting for them to like sit down and relax for a few minutes, but God, they might get a nap here or there, but that's it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man, we've had a decade and then some of Walking Dead of like the zombies do the same shit. You know, it's more so about the last couple seasons about the humans using the zombies as weapons and creating all these other types of scenarios, trying to get creative as possible. You can only get so creative when it comes to like a dead person walking around trying to eat you that's really slow.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, you know, World War Z/Z Nation stuff, those zombies are fast too. But there's something a little bit more ruthless at least from my perspective about this show and the zombies they do. Because these zombies are not just ruthless, they're kind of smart. Like they're opening doors and like, I don't know. They kind of seem a little bit more smart to me.
Yeah.
But I'm happy you watched it. I like it.
Even the ones that like have no legs are still like fast and ferocious. It's scary.
Yeah, they're like leaping with their front forearms towards you, like a two-legged animal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and good acting. I thought the writing was good. Like you get those mid-season like crazy episodes. The diner, like I mentioned in the first season. Second season had them in that house. Remember that house where like there's two brothers?
Oh yeah. That house that everybody seemed to congregate at. Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it's almost like they're kind of stuck in these situations where they can't go anywhere because if they go anywhere, they're dead. And
Mhm.
you get character development there, but you also get like a lot of these crazy scenes where you pit the characters against one another because of the situations that they're in. And I thought the writing is smart there. And I don't know. I'm excited for the third season for that. I thought it was good.
Yeah. I'll watch it probably.
What else? What else have you been watching? You were watching some other shit.
I just finished the last season of Outlander. I enjoyed that show.
You always
There's
spoke about that show. I never watched it.
well, it's the one show me and my wife have a chance to watch in the evening. We pretty much have a time for maybe one show a day, if that. So
And who's in this show?
I don't
Outlander.
know what the guy's name is. None of the people's names are, but it's about this Scottish dude, and it involves time travel, and there's just fucking constantly in that show. And
Nice.
no, it's not nice. It gets to a point where you're like, God damn it, are they going to stop fucking for a few minutes?
Mm.
And then they don't. They'll like bang for 20 minutes. It's ridiculous.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
But it's a cool show. You should
Okay.
watch it. I think your wife will like it.
All right,
It's very romantic.
we'll give it a shot. I need to find something else to watch for though because she doesn't like any of my shows besides Black Summer. She actually
Well,
she hates
there's
horror.
5 seasons. There's 5 seasons of Outlander, and I think it's like 12 episodes per season. I don't know, but it'll last you a while.
Wow.
And the next season is coming out in I think spring of 2022, like everything else.
Is that going to be the last season? Or are they going to? You don't know.
I have no idea.
Hmm.
I have no idea what their plan is.
Here's the other thing about like these streaming studios now. They they don't let the well, I guess it's the same as network television where like if it does well on sweeps week and all this stuff, like that they'll renew the show, it doesn't get canceled. But the decision making on the cancellations and then the re-upping on like on a show doesn't make any sense to me. Like they cancel good shows, they renew shitty shows, and it just there's no rhyme or reason or logic sometimes, and they don't give an answer. Like Netflix will cancel a show, and then they won't say like what the reason was when the team, the writing directing team, and the actors they're all ready for it to keep going. And I've seen it time and time again, and it just doesn't make any sense. Like why would they cancel? What was that? What was that show? There was a good show called Messiah. I think it was that Netflix? I think it was Messiah. Messiah was great.
No
Canceled
idea.
it, no reason.
I'll have to
Jupiter
watch
Ascending.
that.
Did they give a reason for canceling Jupiter Ascending? Did they even give a
I'm
reason?
guessing people didn't watch it. I don't know. I mean, it's not so much if a show is good or not as to why they keep it on the air. It's, I guess, how many subscribers it brings them or how many people watch, I guess. I don't know. But they should give it more than one season to start
Right,
to, pull in a fan base.
right. They just canceled this medieval fantasy show
Give
called
people some time to watch it before you cancel the series.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Because like that ended, and
I
that
had
well,
just finished it. I had just finished the first season by the time they canceled the series.
so annoying.
Yeah, and it was a cool superhero movie, man.
That pisses me off.
Show, I mean.
Same shit.
Yeah.
Same shit.
Shows are basically movies these
Um,
days anyway.
so I haven't seen Black Widow yet. You have not, right?
I have not, but I did find on YouTube the after credit scene.
Who the hell
I won't ruin
spoil?
that for you.
I want to know who the fuck goes and spoils themselves for like the one of the most exciting parts of sitting there watching it. You went right to the end and you spoiled yourself with like probably one of the most important parts of the film. Actually,
I don't think it spoils the movie because I believe that the movie is a prequel to the to everything. So we already know that I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but she dies in Endgame. So It couldn't have been set after that, you know?
I just don't know why you would do that.
I had to. I had to find out what it was. And it wasn't what I thought.
It's not. It's no Thanos stuff, right? It's like
No,
separate.
nothing like that.
Right.
I
And
think it
this
might be setting up some stuff for the future.
and this film takes place right after Civil War, and it wait right. So right after Civil War. So it's between Civil War and Infinity War.
I believe so, yeah.
Unless I'm missing some other Avenger movie.
Somebody told me what it was, but I think it is after Civil War, as far as I know.
Well, yeah, because Hulk gets blasted into space, like Thor, like it goes away, and Tony's Cap's wanted. No, Tony's wanted. I can't remember.
No, Captain America was on the lam. He was
Right, he was on the
yeah.
lam.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and they were all fucked up, like dealing with shit, like whatever. So she had time to go to Russia, I guess, and like drink some vodka, fucking hang out with the bros and the dudes
And the
over
dude
there.
from Stranger Things, the cop.
Yeah, I love him. I love
Me
Hopper.
too. I watched that Hellboy he was in. I enjoyed it.
Like the new Hellboy.
Hmm.
I haven't seen that.
There's a Hellboy that he played Hellboy instead of Ron
Hopper's
Perlman.
Hellboy.
Yep.
Hopper Hellboy.
Yep.
I like the originals. I
Yeah,
like
me too. I wish they would have kept Ron Perlman, but Dude Man did just fine.
yeah.
Give me a demon with a huge fist, and I'm good. Big red demon, big red fist.
Yeah. Yeah, people are liking this Red Guardian character. I've seen like some petitions to give him his own film, his own like origin story or continuation or whatever, either the case.
Is that who he's playing?
I think it's Red Guardian. I
I have
think.
no idea. I mean, he's red. I think
Yeah.
he's red in Hellboy too.
Mm. But good to see Marvel coming back, from on their heels from last year during the toughest time Hollywood's ever seen, and seeing them do really well. $80 million in a weekend right now is the new post COVID record. The second, well, the next one
The
that
last one, yeah.
sorry, the film that did better, the last film that did better than that was Rise of Skywalker in December 18th or whatever,
Which was literally right before the pandemic hit.
and that's 2019.
Mhm.
We're 6 months away from 2022. Think about that for a second. It's
That's
crazy.
insane. Yeah.
I know. Fuck. So Loki. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. Let's update everybody. Bill's not watching Loki right now.
Well, I will be watching it. I just haven't watched it yet. Me and my wife are waiting to watch that one.
Right. You're waiting to watch Loki. And
Possibly after we're watching the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel right now.
oh, I'm sorry.
You don't like that show?
I've never seen it. Just I don't know.
It's fine. It's warming up to me. It's set in the 50s. There's a woman who becomes like a stand-up comedian. It's pretty funny.
What is this? What is this Marvelous Miss Maisel on?
Amazon Prime.
Okay, maybe I'll check it out, Jenny.
She probably like it.
Yeah.
Something the ladies will like.
Yeah.
Strong female lead.
I tried to get her into Loki, and like, I think she kind of dug the first episode, but it just didn't grab her. And then, we got busy. She got back to her shows. I had to catch up on some of my shows and do some other stuff. Long story short, when I wanted to watch the second episode with her, she kind of just lost the interest, and then I wasn't gonna fight her on it, so I was like, forget it. So then I just went on a little binge, caught up to. I think tomorrow, we're recording this on Tuesday night. I think tomorrow is episode 6, and I think that's the last episode.
Really?
I think there's only 6.
Huh. But that's leaving it open for new seasons and whatnot, right? They're planning on.
I guess. I think shorter is better sometimes when you can hit all the plot points and like it flows really, really nicely from, the the intro, beginning, middle, and end, and then you get to that point. Like I thought WandaVision flowed really good. I think what was that, 6 or 7 episodes? I
God, I
forget.
don't know. Good show.
Yeah. Um, but anyway, in this case so far, I think Loki has been really, really smart. I think it's really smart writing. I think it knows when it's being told, meaning, we're in 2021. We've been told superhero movies for the past 50, 60 years, and in Hollywood the past 20, and like just the writing is really, really smart. It knows its audience isn't stupid, which I appreciate. A lot of Easter eggs. If you read the comic books, if you know about like, the other universes in Marvel, like, it gives you a lot of that in the background, which I know a lot of people appreciate. And it's funny. I mean, it's actually really funny. Like Tom Middleton he gets me. I think he's a great actor. He really can run the show, man. I mean,
That's Loki, right?
yeah. I mean, he's in every. Is it Tom Middleton, right?
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm wrong, you can fucking sue me or not listen. I don't know, but I think he's fantastic. I think he does a great job. He's basically in almost every scene. There's some other scenes like at the TVA and stuff, and you get trying to figure out what's going on, but does a great job. Owen Wilson's solid, um, and you're gonna like it. I'm not gonna say too much more because you haven't watched it, but it's really, really good.
The crazy thing about it is I'm all over. I mean, I'm not on Facebook as much while I'm working, but I I get on Facebook and I still haven't seen any spoilers whatsoever. Like the closest thing to a maybe spoiler I've seen is there's some kind of an alligator or something involved. That's all I know.
Well, here, that's what's so great. It's like you're getting all this wonder out of it, but we're not getting any spoilers. Like there's no answers have been given yet. Just more questions. So there's nothing to spoil. Like, yeah, you could spoil characters, and like there's other versions of Loki, which is kind of expected because we know this is gonna deal with time travel. That was said like before the first episode came out. So like not only time travel. I mean, we're going through other planets and other locations, maybe dimensions. Who the fuck? We don't really know. They haven't given us any answers, which tells me if there's 45 to an hour left of this season, then we're definitely gonna have more questions than answers at the end of it. But I'd say we're pretty certain we're getting a season 2 of this. Like,
Cool.
yeah, I think so, and I can see how. I mean, you got to look at the titles of the other movies in phase 4, phase 5, whatever it is, like Multiverse of Madness, right? Like there the Eternals, which already the background on that franchise is a comic book, relates to mixing things up in the universe slash multiverse as it is. So like you could tell that this thing is gonna help push forward storylines into the MCU's cinematic movies, which I think is super cool. I'm excited for you to watch it.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch it. I'm pretty excited to watch it as well. Um, Speaking of WandaVision, did I read somewhere that they might be re-editing the last scene of WandaVision, like maybe the post-credit scene, and put Doctor Strange in it?
I glanced over that. I didn't know if that was a real article, if it was clickbait. I did see something the other day. I'm not going to confirm nor deny, but there's something out there. It could,
Well, Marvel and Disney, man, they're known for changing stuff on their streaming services.
yeah, they are.
I mean, if they accidentally have an extra in the background, or not an extra, but like a crew member in the background of a Star Wars shot, like in what are
Mando.
those things? Yeah, in Mando,
Yeah,
they re-edited that on the fly, and now you can't find it anymore.
I think that was up for like 48 hours, maybe a little bit longer. I think it was 48 hours. They took it out. Meanwhile, HBO, more people probably watch Game of Thrones. We had that Starbucks coffee cup on the
Hmm.
table in Winterfell for like 2 weeks before they took it out.
That's
just,
crazy.
just Daenerys Targaryen and her Starbucks cup like right on Lady Mormont's table.
It's so funny.
Just
I
chilling
can't
there.
believe nobody caught that.
I mean, that guy got
You'd
it.
think somebody on set would have caught it, Like, hey, look, there's a Starbucks cup on the table that we're breaking down right now from a scene that we shot.
But like, who do you fire first? Do you fire the props guy or do you fire the editor? Like,
I don't know. Well, that's the thing is they it could have been on the table for just like one take, and they took it off after that, but like the editor used the wrong take, you know?
yeah, that was bizarre. I'll never forget that. I think there was something else too in that Game of Thrones shitty last season. There was another scene where something was where someone was wearing something. I don't remember.
People wear stuff on that show.
There's a lot of wearing.
Yeah. And a lot of not wearing too.
A lot of not wearing, like Outlander. Outlander, a lot of not wearing. You know?
Decent amount of not wearing. It's
Yeah.
always the same two people banging though. That's the crazy part.
Only two?
It's always the same two for the most part. I mean, every once in a while you'll see a couple, like a different person naked.
I mean, at least Game of Thrones mixed it up, you know? You had midgets with prostitutes and different characters, all kinds of stuff. You had a brothel. There were things going on.
Outlander, it's like the same people, and you know, the first couple times you see it, it's like, hey, nudity, nice. But then after that, it's like, oh my god, I have to see the same people over and over again.
Yeah, I don't
It
know.
lost its luster.
Yeah. I'll still give it a shot, but
It's a cool show. You should check it out.
is it kind of like, you know, when you were like 12 years old and you finally got your hands on like your first porno VHS? It's the same two people that you watched over and over again?
Maybe like the first couple episodes, like it's exciting, but it's not after that. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, oh my, I have to watch another 20 minutes of these two boning. You know,
Yeah, nobody wants that.
I want 20 minutes of story here. I don't need to see them like performing cunnilingus on one another for
Right. You
20
think
hours.
the writers like hit a roadblock? They're like, we got 20 minutes to left to right for this episode. Why don't we just have them just do some oral for like 20?
Yeah, seriously.
You know?
That's what it feels like.
You know, get the sound guy in here, mix up some of the audio tracks. You know, we'll just lay that on top of it, and we'll call it a day.
I think women probably like this show because it's nothing but romance
Yeah.
and time travel for the boys.
Speaking of women, wife just got home.
Oh, good.
I told her I was hanging with Bill.
Oh, I'm right here.
Yeah. There you are.
Yeah,
That's where you are. You're there.
I'm here. You're
Yeah,
there.
Jenny, I'm hanging out with Bill.
Hi.
See? Hello?
Hi.
Oh,
Okay.
that's good. Uh yeah, man, it's been a fulfilling summer with streaming TV and film so far for me. I mean, we're not getting as many, you know, blockbusters to the big screen as we normally do. A lot of them, like we said, are pushed 2022. But like, I'm satisfied, man. Like, I like my Netflix. We're getting some decent stuff. Um, Amazon Prime's been good. I watched Invincible. Have you seen Invincible?
I loved Invincible. Yeah, I watched what is it? One season so far? Yeah, it's one season.
Yeah, I think I had you watch that too.
And I always get pissed off when I finish one season and I have to wait another. What is the next season out in 2022? Like everything else?
Yeah, everything's in 2022.
Yeah, God, that show is great. I didn't think I was going to like it at first. I thought it was going to be way too goofy, but it wasn't goofy. It was. I mean, there's some goof in there, but it could have been a live action show. I just think
Yeah,
it would have cost way too much to produce.
yeah, I agree. Well, it's based on a comic book, so I think I took a lot of the same of that art style and they brought it to life in animation.
Yeah, I think
It's
I had heard that Seth Rogen said that they were thinking about making it live action, but it would have cost too much, so they made it animation. I think.
yeah, and what's his name? J.K. Simmons, Jonah Jameson. He's great
Hell
as
yeah!
Omni
Oh
Man.
my God!
He's fantastic. Um, it's a great show. But like, I've been happy. I've been satisfied. What else? Oh, I saw Tomorrow War. You saw
So
that?
speaking of J.K. Simmons, yeah,
Yeah, good, nice segue. Like that was good, man. Chris Pratt kicked ass. I thought it was great, dude. Those effects were great. Those white spikes. I mean, I don't want to spoil. No spoilers, but just to say the effects, I think are above par for a film coming right
white
to
spikes are the bad guys. That's all you need to know.
white spikes. Yeah, not red spikes, white spikes.
Yes, they're white spikes because they're white.
Yeah, I thought that was good. I felt like that was like the new Independence Day.
It was very similar, yes, in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and there's even like a Will Smith reference in there.
Was there?
Um, I don't know. Well, that's not really a spoiler, but they wind up in Miami, right? And I mean, 98% of the population is like dead or whatever. But I think that's kind of a given in this situation for the beginning of the film. And somebody goes, "Oh man, I'm glad Will Smith isn't alive to see this."
Oh yeah, that's right.
Miami was pretty fucked up. It wasn't like,
Yeah.
you know, wasn't like whatever that Miami song, whatever he says in that Miami song that makes Miami sound cool. It's not
Something
that.
into something into something something. Blah 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 to the break of dawn.
Yeah, the heat.
Welcome to Miami.
Yeah, the heat was on, but not in a way that Will Smith would like the heat to be
The
on.
heat is on.
It's
That's a good song.
great. Jenny loves that song too. Jenny, you love that song, right?
She said yes.
Yes. Yes.
Of
So
course
so
she
yeah,
did.
Tomorrow War, fantastic. I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't think that thing was gonna have any legs for me. It was
I was
great.
really worried when I was watching that movie that we weren't going to get J.K. Simmons in it that much, but he was in a decent amount, and I think his character was good.
I
I
thought
love
I
that
thought
dude. Ever
I
since I
thought
watched the TV show Oz.
oh yeah, he was badass in that.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Dude, he's like what, in his late 60s? He
I have
works
no
out
idea.
he works out like 7 days a week.
He's ripped in Tomorrow World.
Guy is ripped like I've never seen for a guy his age. God bless him.
He looks great in the cartoon too.
Yeah, Omni Man.
He's ripped.
He definitely bulked up for Omni Man.
His character, the look sort of reminds me of J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, he's got that going on.
He's got that mustache. He's got the hair.
He's got the double J look.
He looks
Double
good.
J.
No, it's Triple J.
Triple. Oh, yeah, Jonah J. Jameson.
Jana Jojo Jameson. Jojo Jimmy Jack.
JoJo Jameson Rabbit.
Yeah. Jimmy Jojo.
JoJo Jameson's skates.
Yes.
All right. Moving on. What's going on with Star Wars? You watching Bad Batch?
Yes, I did watch Bad Batch. I just caught up on the last two episodes.
What do you think?
Um, God, I wish I liked it. I don't not like it. I like it just fine to the point where I watch every episode when it comes out. But
Yeah.
I'm not feeling it as much as I felt like Clone Wars or even Rebels. I wish I liked the characters better.
Here's my take. All right. They're bringing us along on a mediocre, if not a little bit better than mediocre, main plot that's slowly unraveling with the Batch and Omega, and you're like waiting for that Star Wars moment. You know what I'm saying?
The
And
Force.
and well, yeah, but instead of giving us the Force or some lightsabers here or maybe a shot of a young Vader, we're getting. I mean, look, we got young Vader in Rebels. I get that, but I think this is a little earlier, and we're getting like B and C tier characters coming in making cameos.
Yeah, those are the best episodes I find is when they're showing us stuff from other series. Basically, you got your Clone Wars people showing up. Like, I don't want to spoil it for people, but I'm guessing anybody probably listening to this watches the show. But a certain bounty hunter shows up, not Boba Fett. You got characters from Rebels showing up when they're young. And those episodes I actually really enjoy because I'm getting stuff from the series that I enjoyed.
Right.
I just feel like this show, it's almost like all the episodes are filler.
Exactly. That's exactly where I'm going with this. It's like it's a bunch of, mediocre Clone Wars episodes to me, and it gets a little exciting when I get that like B tier character cameo. I've got a Rex, I get a bounty hunter, I get somebody else from Rebels, I get somebody else from Rebels, and it's like, okay, but when is this thing gonna take off for me, and for me personally, and maybe it's not for me, and that's okay. I'm still gonna watch it, and I still think it has a place to go that I could be content with and be like, that's really cool, that's really creative. I like where they're going with this, but I just feel myself sometimes struggling to keep my eyes on the TV.
Yeah. I find myself daydreaming, not actually paying attention a lot.
Yeah.
And I have to rewind it. I have to hit that back 15 seconds button like every 15 seconds.
All the time, dude. I get so distracted. I mean, I get distracted as it is, but like if I'm not engrossed and engaged, like I'm looking at my phone every 20 seconds or I'm multitasking while I'm
And
watching.
I'm not even a naysayer, man. I really try to like this show. I try to like it a lot, but I just can't stand the characters for the most part. I mean,
Yeah.
you got, I think mostly everybody's favorite character is Wrecker,
I
and
know you
Wrecker
hate
drives me nuts. I
I know
can't
you hate him.
stand him
Why do you hate Wrecker so much, Bill?
because he's a I don't know, he's a cartoon. He's too out there. He's too like over the top, like trying to be funny, and it just doesn't work for me. I don't get it. I saw some poll online where like they're saying like who is everyone's favorite character, and overwhelmingly everybody's favorite character was Wrecker, Ricka,
Ricka, Hunter,
Ricka,
Ricka,
Ricka, Hunter,
oh boy.
Tick,
Tick,
and there's Amiga.
Amiga.
Yeah,
I mean, she's pretty cool, man. I
I liked her at first, but man, like she's like a one-trick pony. It's pretty much in every episode. It's like uh, uh, she's gonna get told to stay back in the ship, but she doesn't listen. She gets off the ship, it causes trouble, and they got to save her.
it's the same
It's
thing
pretty much
over and over
every
again.
episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I expected her to be like, I really expected her somehow to be a clone that had force powers, and she doesn't have force powers. I
Well,
thought that
not
was
that.
going to be her like particular amazing thing and why she's so special,
Yeah. I
but
don't
she
know.
doesn't.
We'll see. We'll see where this goes. I'm interested to see where it goes, and
I'll keep watching.
yeah, I mean it's a long season, man. I think there's like 20 something episodes. This thing ends in August.
What episode are we on?
I don't know.
Me neither.
I lost count. Um, Maybe just around 20, but I thought there was more than that. But like that's our Star Wars drip right now. I
I
mean,
like the fact that it's using Clone Wars level animation. Like the artwork is good.
oh yeah, it's masterful Clone Wars though. It's like they've figured out all the little tricks that engine could push, right? And they're I mean, you look at the first season of Clone Wars and you look at Bad Batch and you can totally see a difference. Like
Yeah.
and Clone Wars already looked amazing. I think it definitely looked better than Rebels in my
Clone
opinion.
Wars started off not looking that great, but man, when it got to the seventh season, it looked amazing.
Yeah, and I
It
think
didn't
this
even
looks
bother me
just
that
as
it
good
was
as that.
animation instead of
Right,
live
right.
action.
Yeah, no, that seventh season was great. I thought Clone Wars season 7 blows this first Bad Batch season away.
Oh yeah,
Um, and I don't know if it's a fair comparison because you've got all these storylines climaxed up to Order 66 and now you're cohesive with Episode 3, and then you've got the Ahsoka storyline, and then you've got the Maul pop in, and you've got like there's so much happening at the end of season 7 for me that it's I don't think it's fair for me to take that and compare it to this, which is like a side story after Order 66 and all that jazz. But let's see where it goes, man. I'm hoping that they they do something crazy cool at the end of this where we get additional shows and additional content coming out that they're going to really start to unravel some of the other areas that I'd love to see them explore. They've explored a lot between 3 and 4 already, but there's still some time in there that and more so revolving around the early Empire and remnants of the old Republic and stuff like that, and kind of see where some of these other I I'm hoping I see some Jedi still alive that we haven't touched on yet that survived, but I don't think we're going to get that this season.
we've
Um,
only gotten one Jedi so far, and it was well, actually two Jedi in the
we
first
got two.
episode.
We got
Yeah,
two.
And I did like seeing the Order 66 aftermath stuff. That was kind of cool.
It was cool. It was, and I do appreciate the Star Wars science and the logic that goes into the inhibitor chip stuff after the fact that it was executed, and like to see what went on, and with the stuff with Crosshair, the stuff with Wrecker's chip, and because it like for years I always talk about like how does the Emperor just make those chips work? We kind of got that in season 6 and season 7 of the Clone Wars, but like how does that really affect them? How does it affect them long term? If they kept the chip in, if they took it out, we're getting stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
kind of unraveling that Star Wars science stuff, which is cool. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm excited.
Yeah, but fuck Wrecker. I can't stand that guy.
Yeah.
Can't
There's
deal with him.
There's some other Star Wars news that came out today.
What's that?
We're getting the documentary from Mando season 2 season finale that I didn't even know was finally coming. I had no idea. I thought they just were going to leave it out, like of when we got the what is that thing called? The behind the scenes Mandalorian thing?
Mandalorian Gallery or something?
Yeah, I think that's Gallery.
Is it going to be another episode of that? I haven't watched any episodes of Gallery yet.
It's going to be another episode of that, but initially when that dropped after season 2 ended, they didn't cover the best part of the season, which was the season finale, obviously.
Oh yeah.
And everyone was like, "What the fuck?" And now Star Wars social handles came out and said that they're going to release Star Wars Mandalorian season 2 season finale gallery August 24th, which is going to cover the return of the Luke Skywalker episode.
I'll watch that.
Yeah, and Favreau is going to be all over that, and it's super exciting. I wonder if we'll have some Mark Hamill in there. I was doing the voiceover and kind of talking about coming back to playing that era of Luke again. I'm psyched for that. I just feel like we should have got that over Christmas. Like,
now, do you think we're going to get more Luke in season 2? Because I'm pretty sure we've already basically been hinted at that Baby Yoda's coming back. I couldn't imagine them making that show without Baby Yoda.
You mean season 3, right?
Season 3, yeah. Next season is what I meant.
So Pablo had a really fun little video interview meeting with Ewan McGregor recently, and Pablo was actually interviewing Ewan for like, I don't know, it was a web series or it's like something to promote the new show, because Ewan McGregor plays this fashion designer character.
You mean Pedro Pascal?
Yeah, Pedro Pascal was interviewing.
You said Pablo Hidalgo. You meant Pedro Pascal.
Sorry, Pedro Pascal. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I can't. I mean, it's hard to keep up with all these gentlemen, So Pedro interviewed Ewan McGregor for this other show he did on Netflix or what have you. And Ewan was actually in a trailer filming Obi-Wan Kenobi show. And they were kind of shooting the shit back and forth. And Ewan asked Pedro, like, so are we getting a season 3? And Pedro said, like, we're not filming anything right now. And I think the reason that season 3 is kind of going to be a little bit delayed, and it kind of makes sense, is if you want to keep that magic going with Din Djarin's story and Baby Yoda and his now journey into his Force training with the Jedi Master Luke Skywalker and all that type of stuff, and we get that. What they're doing is we're going to get Book of Boba Fett, we're going to get an Ahsoka show, we're going to get Cassian, Obi-Wan, we're getting all that first before we get season 3. And they're doing that because they're giving Baby Yoda a little bit of a break. And they're giving, after that finale, they're like, it's like we had the explosion. It's time to calm down now. Let the rain fall, quiet before the storm again. And let that kind of all this other new content surrounding that time period and the other characters kind of develop. Right? So Cassian's not taking place there. Obviously, we know what happens to Cassian. We know his demise. Obi-Wan does not take place there. However, Book of Boba Fett can touch on stuff. Ahsoka can touch on stuff. If they're still going to do Rangers of the New Republic, can touch on stuff. There's other areas there of content to be created that can, similar to what Marvel does, right? Like they're going to develop those other characters and put them in certain places. That's going to eventually help set up season 3. And they're giving their big guns, which is, Pedro, Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, Baby Yoda, Grogu, and perhaps a Luke Skywalker appearance again. They're giving
I
that a
couldn't
little bit of
imagine them being able to sustain a Luke Skywalker in the entire series. I mean, they gave us
right.
the most of what we got of Luke Skywalker in that season finale was him in a hood, so you couldn't see his face. You see
Right.
him with his actual face showing for like a few seconds, really.
Well, that's the thing, right? They've got to be very, very careful and very, very smart in how they tell the story moving forward when it revolves around these characters specifically. And Luke Skywalker coming is like the special weapon, is the special secret weapon that, and I don't think it's sustainable, and I don't think that like if they tried to do it, I think it's walking a thin line. They got to be very careful because you don't want it to look like shit. You don't want to overuse him. You don't want to underuse it either. So I think that's the whole thing. They're going to be very careful. They're going to plan it properly, and it's going to take some time. And I'm hoping that
I
we
bet
get
you I know what's going to happen. I bet
what.
you season 3 is going to take place during summer break of Jedi Academy. So he goes home to daddy for summer break.
You know what? It not only that, but it may be like Luke's got to go. Luke's got to go on a mission. He's got to not deal with his students. And
Or maybe Grogu's a pain in the ass.
oh my god.
He's like, I can't keep this dude. I've seen this power before.
Oh god. But like he may take the other Padawans who are more adept, and he may take them on missions and stuff, and Grogu may go back to Din after some training, which I think would be cool.
I can't think of any reason why they'd take him out of the Jedi Academy thing. Like I don't know how that would work.
It would be to keep him safe. It would be that like Luke is in a situation where he needs to help others, maybe
Yeah.
other potential Jedi and other students and other children, or whatever the case may be, or something along those types of lines, where Ahsoka, Din, and is probably I can count them on my hand how many people, if not just those two, who could keep Grogu safe right now. And Luke would probably bring him back to keep him safe because Luke cannot keep him safe under the circumstances, whatever those circumstances may be.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
I think something along those lines would happen because you can't keep Luke Skywalker in for a full season or even more than an episode or two, if that. And you got to bring Baby Yoda back. So you created this giant obstacle now, Jon Favreau. And what now? What? And I think he knows. He's got all this figured out.
And does Din Djarin give Baby Yoda back like after that threat has passed?
Who knows what happens, right?
I can't imagine the show without Baby Yoda in it.
Like the unexpected could happen, right? And Grogu may decide he doesn't. He had his training. Who knows? We don't know. It'll be really interesting. I'm excited. But anyway, yeah, we're not getting season 3 in 2022. We're not getting Mandalorians. We're not going to get Mandalorian season 3 in 2022. I'm okay with that because there's so much thought. Like next year is for Star Wars is kind of how Marvel's schedule is this year.
What are we getting next year? Kenobi?
I think we're getting Kenobi. I know we're getting Kenobi next year. Book of Boba Fett leak goes into 2022.
Oh, there's Book of Boba Fett news too.
Oh, is there? What do you got?
Yeah, the new directors. They released the director names.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's going to be Jon Favreau, obviously, Robert Rodriguez, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Dave Filoni.
Those are Mandalorian directors.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yep, I figured. They're really using that Bryce Dallas Howard a lot. I'm surprised by that. I didn't know that she's going to end up being a mainstay in the Star Wars universe.
I thought she did great. I
thought her episode was good.
Her episode was good, and I liked her as an actress in the show. I thought she did great.
She was in Mandalorian? I was going to say.
God, I'm so crazy. No, I'm confusing her with what's her name? Who played the other Mandalorian? I get them confused. Maybe because
I don't know her name, but I know who you're talking about.
I get Bryce Dallas Howard confused with
It's the same woman who played that same character in Clone Wars, I believe.
She plays what's her name? Vizsla.
Or was it Clone Wars or Rebels? I don't know.
Yeah, she plays the same character. She does a voiceover in Clone Wars. and Rebels, or both, or Rebels, or both, whatever. I get them confused, but no, I like Bryce. Bryce Dallas Howard directed the episode where um, they meet Gina Carano in that like bar place on that planet, and then they go to the village. They help the villagers, and they help the villagers from those orc dudes that had the ATST.
God, I don't remember. I should rewatch Mandalorian.
Yeah, the first season. You mean
Both seasons.
both seasons? Yeah, it's a good thing to rewatch.
Yeah. That's a show I don't think I'm going to get tired of watching twice.
Yeah, I think she directed another episode too in season 2.
Did she direct one in each season?
I think so. I just don't remember which she directed in season 2. But I know I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the frog episode? No, it wasn't the frog episode. The frog lady. Remember Frog Lady?
Yeah, I remember Frog Lady. I liked her.
Yeah. Remember you got pissed off that he was eating the eggs?
I didn't get pissed off.
I think somebody got pissed off.
A lot of people got pissed off. They're like, "Oh, he's committing genocide by killing off the last remaining eggs of the species." But that's the thing. They weren't the last of the species. They're the last of her litter, basically.
Yeah, Grogu is savage.
Yeah, it's not like her. She wasn't the last of her species given birth, you know?
Right.
People got pissed off for no reason.
Yeah, there's so many good episodes from that season.
I did think that somehow it was going to turn out that Grogu was actually keeping those eggs safe by swallowing them somehow. Like he was going to puke up those eggs at the end of the episode, like after because they made sure to set up that if they jumped to hyperspace with those eggs, that it would kill the eggs. I thought for sure that for some reason, in order to get away some Imperials or some threat, that they're going to have to jump to hyperspace, and they're going to kill all the eggs in the container, and that Grogu is going to end up puking up like 3 of them and like saving the litter.
I think you should be a writer. I think they need to get you in the story group.
They should.
I mean, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, I'm a smart man. I'm a smart man with money in my pocket.
Can I have some money?
No.
Oh. All right. So what else we got for Star Wars? I think I had something else. Some High Republic stuff. No, we don't need to. The High Republic writer never really watched Star Wars.
Huh.
Yeah, or one of the writers. One of the writers.
That seems problematic to me.
I'm sorry. Somebody who wrote an episode or a few episodes never saw Star Wars. And they
Wait, episodes, or do you mean the books? Wasn't that comic books or something, or books?
No, let me back up. So Acolyte is another Disney Plus Star Wars show that we're getting.
Yeah.
It's in pre-production right now, and one of the head writer did see Star Wars, but there's other directors / writers being brought on board that have never watched Star Wars, and they chose them for that reason.
That seems problematic to me.
I know. Well, you got to remember, this is going to be a different type of Star Wars show. I think it's going to be like a mystery.
I mean, maybe it's a good thing, so it isn't mirror image of everything else.
That's the angle that she was saying, and it's like, you know, there's elements there that we can bring in, but we can bring those things in without overplaying it and making it seem just redundant of like Star Wars of what we've already got. Like, we don't want to make it a Star Wars theme park. We want to expand the universe in a new era. Because this is like 100 or 200 years before Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
So like that's what's going on. I read some of the comics. I tried to read the book. I don't know if you remember. I tried to read the first High Republic book that came out, Light of the Jedi.
You realized you didn't know how to read?
I didn't know how to read. I tried my best. Didn't work out for me. Anyway, long story short, I'm really excited for this because I think it's gonna give us a new angle, a new vision, and a new look for Star Wars.
Speaking of visions,
yeah, we got to talk about visions too, right? But I'm excited for Acolyte. I think that's going to be awesome. I hope we get that sooner than sooner than later, because we could use a new era in terms of timeline to the screen.
I often wonder why they announce so many shows so early and we're not going to get them for years, you know?
I mean, they want to keep that buzz alive to some extent without letting
Why
it.
not release a couple ideas each year, you know, instead of releasing them all in one big announcement?
Yeah, I mean, like you go back and forth. It's like who's running the show? You know, Kathleen Kennedy dropping some bombs here and there. Now we got years without films. Like who would have thought? Like let's say like when episode 8 was about to drop, if I told you, you know, after this trilogy, you know, solo aside, but like after this trilogy, we're gonna go 4 years without 3 or 4 years without a Star Wars film, I'd say you're crazy. You're crazy. We've been getting Marvel films every year for almost a decade already. How are we not gonna? How are we gonna go 3 years without a Star Wars movie? Now the world's a different place. Disney Plus exists today. We're post-pandemic after theaters being closed, production studios being shut down. I get all that, but they backtracked a lot. They backtracked with a lot. They had canceled projects, you know, from the Josh Dickhead Boba Fett movie to just to some other projects, you know. But my point is, you know, we need more Star Wars, like you said. We need it, and I cannot
I
wait.
need more lightsabers in the Force. We're getting Star Wars right now, but I'm not getting any lightsabers or the Force.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. With Acolyte, we're going to get that, but we're not going to get Republic era, Clone Wars era, prequel era lightsabers, and we're not going to get OT and sequel trilogy lightsabers. We're going to get a new era of lightsabers and the Force that I think we desperately need. I think it's more than time.
I'm excited.
Yeah. So that's Acolyte. I'm excited for that. Horrible with My Names. What are you going to do? You're on. This is not Pop Culture Hour Tier 1. You're on Channel 101. You're on the Scum and Villainy version of
Yes.
Pop Culture Hour. So you're not getting the best current events news coverage in pop culture and in Star Wars. So Visions, talk to me about Visions. What did you watch that they put out like a little I don't know what it was, like a reel on like the creators and the animators and writers and stuff.
Yeah, and there's people speaking Japanese and all that fun stuff. It's a anime version of Star Wars stuff coming out.
It looks really cool. I mean, I saw some of the Jedi.
Well, you're way into anime, so it's probably
Yeah.
looking awesome to you.
I'm not one of those anime freaks where I got Pikachu hanging down from the ceiling and I'm watching all the new stuff. I've been watching Dragon Ball since the early 90s. So
Yeah.
it's like another franchise I'm really passionate about, like, you know, like Star Wars and Transformers. So, but Dragon Ball aside, I appreciate anime, but I'm not on like the Funimation app watching all this new stuff, you know.
Yeah.
However, I do think that it's extremely anime in general is extremely just a creative format of storytelling. I think the Japanese do just such an amazing, miraculous job from the animation itself to the storytelling, and to see that all of the essence of all of that, what makes it so grand, and bring
I like
that.
seeing Jabba the Hutt in there and other characters are going to be bringing back for this.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Like an anime Salacious Crumb just hanging from the rafters, fucking laughing at people, throwing shit down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in. Maybe we'll get like an anime Ben Quadraneros and like pit droids, like, I don't know, getting fucked up on death sticks, running around. You know,
We
because
will see.
anime gets wacky. You know,
Oh, yeah.
are we gonna get like
And I
wacky?
think some of this stuff looks pretty wacky. I'm kind of excited to see the samurai-looking Jedi stuff.
Well, like Jedi are already like samurais, but it's like more samurai stuff, right?
Yes. Yes. It's more like they really look like samurais, like in this one, with lightsabers. But still have that like Jedi robe-looking stuff. My computer's going to be dying pretty soon here, just so you know. So if I drop out,
If you drop out,
That's why.
we're gonna say fuck it. We'll do it live.
do it live. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
I'll write it and I'll do it live.
So Star Wars Visions looks really cool. There's going to be a bunch. So it's basically each creator of has an episode, and they're going to use their vision and layer Star Wars on top of it, or vice versa. And it's gonna be different eras, right? We're gonna get like OT era, like Old Republic, like what is am I right here, or is it all gonna take place
I
around?
think it's all over the place.
I love that. I
Yeah.
think it's
And
great.
all the stuff, basically in all the existing forms of Star Wars that we have so far.
I love it. I'm psyched for that.
Yeah. I think there's going to be some sequel trilogy stuff, some original trilogy, some prequel stuff. I think it's going to be running the gamut.
I love it. All right, my friend. What do you say? I think anything else you want to cover tonight?
I won't have enough battery power on my computer to cover anything. Mine's about to die. I got 5%.
And that's why I'm bringing that up. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Of course.
You can follow us on Twitter at the Pop Culture Hour. I'm at Maximum Paps. Bill, where can they find you?
God, at Real Darth Pizza at
And you can
Twitter, but
find
I
it.
don't really use it.
Yeah, that's why I was going to say you can find us on very active on the Facebook group, the Pop Culture Hour. Please leave us iTunes reviews. We'd really appreciate it. You can find us on iTunes and Google Play as well. And I don't know, maybe we'll get crazy. We'll get another guest in for the next episode because it looks like Bill and I'll be putting these out either twice a month or once a month for the summer. So not for too much longer, maybe another month or two. But because of that, when the parents are away, the kids will play. We're gonna do whatever the fuck we want. So we'll have
Yes.
some fun. All right, buddy.
All right,
I will
dude.
talk to you later, and I will take us out.
Bye.